We are back with chapters 4 and 5 of Light of the Jedi. Chapter 4 throws us on the Third Horizon, and it's a Republic ship with a Jedi contingency unit. The ship is a fortress. So the Jedi have arrived in the Hetzal system, and they're led by Master Avar Kriss. This chapter is very Avar Kriss focused and has a lot of description for her clothing, for her lightsaber. She wears white ceremonial clothing and a white tunic, and it's very detailed, and I really want to see this shown in a movie or a TV series, and I hope there are plans for those. We learn a little about her. She is a little over 30 years old and came to the temple on Coruscant as a child. She seems to be very powerful in the Force because she goes into a meditation and lifts herself off of the ground. The book doesn't say why she meditates, but she is in charge of the disaster relief effort, and at this point it is very challenging to know where to start with helping, so her meditation is the Force guiding her in ways to save Hetzal. We learn about the two main vehicles attached to Third Horizon. First, there's the long beam ships, which can perform combat duties and do search and rescue missions, and those can fit about 24 people. Then there are the Jedi's vectors, and these are very minimalist. There's almost no weaponry on them, and the computer on it controlling all the electronics and screens is very minimalist. They can be single or two-seaters, and to sum it up, the vectors are only as good as the Jedi that pilots them. And then the chapter ends with the Jedi vectors peeling away from Third Horizon and beginning their help effort on Hetzal Prime and the Two Moons. That leads into chapter 5. We meet 18-year-old Bel Zettifar, and he is Master Loden Greatstorm's apprentice. Bel is the type that is always bettering himself, but he recognizes that it is because Master Greatstorm is a good teacher and also very powerful. And Bel puts in a lot of work too. So the two descend to Hetzal Prime in their Jedi vector called Nova. And this chapter is a little bit about the coming of age for Bel. According to Bel, he gets trained basically to exhaustion by Master Greatstorm every day. And I don't think Hetzal is their first mission, but it's the assignment that they're on together now. So Loden has Bel choose where they can help people on Hetzal, because everything is chaos right now, and it's difficult and vague to know where to start. So Bel uses the Force to find his place and where they can help. The description for Bel is unique and might be foretelling. This apprentice seems to have a lot of potential because of his connection to the Force. He closed his eyes and opened his spirit, and there it was, the small light within him that never stopped burning. Always at least a candle flame, and sometimes, if he concentrated, it could surge up into a blaze. A few times he'd felt as bright as the sun, so much light pouring through him. Bel started his Jedi training as a child and has been training for 15 years. He is going to be very powerful, especially with Master Greatstorm to teach him and pushing him. The chapter ends with the pair following the Force to a compound. The compound has a starship that can fit over 100 people if crammed in. There's a huge mob outside surrounding the walls, and the armed guards are done sending just warning shots. So Loden and Bel jump from the Nova and get to work. Thank you for watching, and keep an eye out for all the content I'll be putting out, not just on Light of the Jedi, but I'll be doing videos on A Light of Courage and the Marvel comics as well. Thanks.